In this video, I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step checklist of creating and launching your first or next coaching program. So I totally understand that growing your online business, especially starting your online business, coaching business, course creation business, can seem a little confusing, overwhelming, and complicated. So what I've done is I've essentially created a step-by-step checklist here that I want to share with you guys, just to help you understand the process of going from an idea and creating and launching an effective, irresistible coaching program that people will actually purchase. Now, if you're new to this channel, my name is Norbert. I'm co-founder at digitalmentors.com, where we help people monetize their knowledge, skills, and expertise through coaching programs and digital courses. And if you haven't been to our offer creation workshop yet, you will definitely want to attend that workshop, because we're going to be going into a lot more detail into this checklist that I'm sharing with you here today. So again, the goal of this workshop is to help you to not get overwhelmed and lost in the minutia and all the many different things that you could be doing. This checklist focuses you on the most important steps to launch your coaching program as quickly as possible. You know, one of the benefits of launching your business with a coaching program as your first offer, and there's many of them, is that it's very quick to launch your coaching program. You could literally launch a coaching program in 24 hours because there's nothing to create. There's no complicated sales funnels and technical setup involved here. You simply need to understand what it is that you're offering to your clients and have a way to communicate that and process a payment. All right, so let me bring up this coaching offer creation checklist and walk you through this process step by step here. And again, if you want more training on the steps in this process, you'll want to attend our live offer creation workshop. So you'll see that the first few steps here in this process is really you getting clear about your branding and your market positioning. We need to identify what is our market and what is our specialty, our expertise. We talk a lot about how important it is to identify your expertise. And again, we help you with that at a workshop. The next thing is we want to identify our ideal perfect client. We've got a tutorial right here on this channel that walks you through how to craft your perfect ideal client. And again, we go into more detail on that in the workshop. Once you have your market positioning and you know the ideal perfect client you're going to first initially go after, now you can clarify your brand promise, which is very simply a promise statement, a one-liner statement that very clearly describes who you are, who you serve, and how you serve them. Now, as digital mentors, we do not sell information or education. We focus on mentorship. We're focused on creating transformations and creating specific outcomes and results for our clients. So we want to make sure that when we develop and design a coaching program, we understand clearly the outcome that we are helping our client achieve. And so one way to do that is to go and create your client journey milestones. This is an exercise that I go into a lot more detail in the workshop, and it's an important element of outlining your customer's journey with you and the milestones that they're going to accomplish on their journey to accomplishing that ultimate outcome. So as we do this exercise, you'll need to clearly clarify the exact ultimate outcome of the coaching program that you're going to be selling right now. Now, there's a lot of tips that I give you during the workshop as well. One of the things I want to say is if you're brand new to coaching, you probably shouldn't be selling one-year coaching programs at this point, because there's probably still a lot of changes and modifications that you want to do. You're probably not going to be selling it at the proper pricing that you should be initially. And so you don't want to commit yourself to coaching for a whole year if you haven't fully clarified your programs and your pricing and your overall business and growth strategy. So what I recommend initially, if you're just getting started, is start with shorter coaching programs, 30 days to 90 days at the longest initially. You can still sell a really good $3,000, $4,000, maybe even more coaching program, depending on the outcome, that only lasts up to 90 days. Yes, you want to be selling high ticket, but again, if you're just brand new, just getting started, be very careful about committing to 1-year programs if you've never sold a 1-year program before and you're not ready for that full commitment. All right, now that you've clarified the outcome for your coaching program, now you can start to break the coaching program down into the specific milestones that are going to be accomplished during the coaching program. By outlining this, it'll give you a better sense of how long the program will take, how many coaching sessions are going to be required, and what sort of components you're going to want to include to help your client actually accomplish and achieve those milestones. This is essentially outlining the curriculum of your program so that you understand clearly the journey that you're going to take the client on, the specific steps that you're going to do together so that you can communicate this to the client in the enrollment conversation as well. Now that you've clarified those program milestones, now we can start to look at your unique signature solution. As you've identified the needs of your client and what you deliver and the journey that you're taking them on and the milestones you help them accomplish, you should be able to start to see a process, a unique process or a unique framework begin to develop. And this is one of the keys of a very successful coaching program, is for you to be able to design and develop your unique signature framework, your unique process or solution. This is your ability to separate yourself from the competition because you probably have a very different process, a different perspective, a different path that you're going to take the client on, different ways of addressing some of their problems and challenges. And this is what creates your unique selling proposition and your unique solution. Now, this is a bit of a deeper topic, and I'm not going to cover it in detail here, obviously, in this video, but this is definitely something that we work on with our mentoring clients to help you really design and develop your signature solution. Because once you have that, you can now name your program and then finally decide on the initial pricing for the program as well. Now you'll be able to actually come up with a name for your program. And again, AI can be a big assistance there as well. The next step is deciding on your pricing. And what I like to do is set a goal price for what you want to be selling this coaching program for, ideally, the goal target price, and then the initial launch price to get your initial few clients. Now, some people recommend even offering your services for free initially, just to get some clients and testimonials. I personally would like you to charge something. So depending on your sales skills, your selling ability, your selling confidence, you're going to want to choose a price that you're going to be confident in asking for, because you want to acquire those first couple of clients, even if it's at a reduced rate, as quickly as possible so that you can get into the experience of actually coaching somebody, actually getting them a result, and getting those case studies and testimonials for your business and building your confidence so that you can increase your prices. All right, so that's a lot of the heavy lifting here when it comes to creating your coaching program and getting it ready to sell. A lot of this we cover on our workshop. And so if you need some help with that, please also write down some of your questions in the comments. Let us know where you're getting stuck. We might be able to address that in a future video, but make sure you attend our workshop and we'll walk you through this whole process. The next few steps here are really just easy steps to get this ready to sell. So you want to set up a simple way to collect payments. Your payment processor, at this point, you could go with something like PayPal or Wise.com. Obviously, if you're using any type of website building software, you'll probably be able to send invoices, or you could set up a really simple order page as well. You do not need a sales page to sell your coaching program at all, because you should be selling it through one-on-one conversations. And if you have some hesitation about that, again, come to our workshop to understand how to do it and why it's so important that you start out selling through one-on-one conversations. The next step is optional, not necessary, but I do recommend you set up a simple calendar to book your discovery calls or your enrollment calls. And then obviously once you have clients, you're going to want them scheduling on your calendar for your coaching calls as well. So make sure that you're using some kind of a calendar, get that set up and ready to go so you can book people in for your enrollment calls and enroll them into your program. Once you've done all of that, you're pretty much ready for outreach. So you're going to be going out prospecting and marketing, whether that's to your existing network, existing contacts, through connections that you have, or actually on social media. And we're not getting into the marketing conversation here, but you should be able to now craft some messaging around that. Again, for our mentorship clients, we've got templates and scripts that you can use use for all of your messaging, just so you know exactly what you're saying and exactly the kind of content that you should be creating to get the interest and book those enrollment calls so you can enroll your clients. The final step in this process here, you'll notice there's an asterisk beside this because you absolutely do not need this. And I would even say you shouldn't have this initially until you have too many booked enrollment calls, okay? The purpose of a presentation video is once you find yourself booking enough calls and you're repeating the same conversation with every client, you're answering the same questions, you're kind of saying the same thing over and over again, you want to turn that into a presentation video, kind of like a little mini webinar that you can record, and you can have people watch that video before they book on your calendar for the enrollment call. And that will simply help you to qualify your prospects, make sure that you're getting on the calendar and only speaking with the most qualified prospects. All right, I want to hear from you. Let me know how helpful this checklist was. Give me your feedback, give me your thoughts down in the comments, give me your questions. Let me know how this helped and where you might still be stuck, and we'll be able to address those questions for you. And as I've mentioned several times in this video already, if you're struggling to get through this checklist, if you're struggling to really clarify your market positioning, your specialty, your ideal client, and the details of your program and your offer and the messaging around that, make sure that you attend our offer creation workshop. All right, we're going to go into this in a lot more detail. You're going to get a ton out of it. You're going to leave that workshop with so much more clarity about your program, so that you can get this up, follow this checklist, and get out there, start marketing and prospecting, and get ready to enroll more clients.